Good evening, Your Excellencies, Your Highnesses, ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome to the opening ceremony of the 45th OCA General Assembly, being held under the patronage of His Highness, the Crown Prince of Kuwait.
Represented by His Excellency Mr. Al-Ahmad Al-Mutairi, Minister of Information and Culture and Minister of State of Youth Affairs.
As we gather in unity under the Olympic spirit, let us look back at the remarkable legacy of the Asian Games, traditional of excellence and fellowship.
Tonight's cultural performance, proudly presented by the Olympic Council of Asia. It's our great honor to gather here with friends from across the Asian continent to celebrate not only the sporting spirit, but that unites Asia, but also the rich cultural heritage that defines Asia. So we will stop now with this video.
(1913), Manila, Philippines. The Oriental Games became Asia's first multi-sport event. 1917, Tokyo, Japan, renamed the Far Eastern Championship Games, held from 1913 to 1934, laying the foundation for future unity. West Asia joins the movement. 1934, Delhi, India. The first Western Asian Games marks the region's entry. Interrupted dreams. 1938, World War II. Regional games are suspended. The rise of the Asian Games. 1951, New Delhi, India. The first official Asian Games take place. 1954, Manila, Philippines. 1958, Tokyo, Japan. 1962, Jakarta, Indonesia. 1966, Bangkok, Thailand. 1970, Bangkok, Thailand. Steps in after Republic of Korea's withdrawal. 1974, Tehran, Iran. Hosts all 25 member nations. 1978, Bangkok, Thailand. Hosts for the third time. A new era begins. 1981, New Delhi, India. The Olympic Council of Asia is formed. 1982, Kuwait. OCA establishes its permanent headquarters. 1982, New Delhi, India. The 9th Asian Games introduce color TV and a mascot. 1986, Seoul, Republic of Korea, organized on an Olympic scale. 1990, Beijing, China, marks China's rise in international sport. 1994, Hiroshima, Japan, the first edition held outside a capital city. Milestones of unity. 1998, Bangkok, Thailand, hosts again. 2002, Busan, Republic of Korea. North Korea and South Korea march together under a unified flag. 2006, Doha, Qatar. Gulf nations step forward with a grand addition. 2010, Guangzhou, China. The largest Asian Games ever. 42 sports, 45 nations. 2014, Incheon, Republic of Korea. A focus on sustainability and youth. Shared triumphs. 2018, Jakarta and Palembang, Indonesia. The first co-hosted games in history. North Korea and South Korea not only march together, but share a gold medal for the first time. A digital and sustainable future. 2023, Hangzhou, China. Asia returns post-pandemic with cutting-edge tech and green innovation. The road ahead. 2026, Aichi, Nagoya, Japan. A blend of tradition and technology. 2030, Doha, Qatar. A grander, future-ready edition. 2034, Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. The Games reach Saudi Arabia for the first time. From Manila to Riyadh, this is the journey of Asia. United, resilient, ever onward.
And now, please welcome to the stage Mr. Timothy Folk, the first Vice President of the Olympic Council of Asia, to deliver his opening remarks.
His Excellency, Mr. Abdul Rahman Al-Muhtari, Minister of Information, Culture, Youth, State of Kuwait. His Excellency, Dr. Thomas Bach, President of IOC, and Ms. Kirsten T. Coventry, President-elect IOC, His Excellency, Sheikh Fahad Al-Nasser Al-Sabah, President of Kuwait Olympic Committee, Your Excellencies, Highnesses, friends from IOC, OCA, NOC, IF, and AF, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Mahaba. On behalf of the President of the OCA, our esteemed leader and our dear friend, Raja Rinder Singh, it gave me great pleasure to welcome you all to the opening ceremony of the 45th OCA General Assembly. At the outset, on behalf of the Asian Olympic movement, I take this opportunity to congratulate Mrs. Kirsten T. Coventry on being elected as the president of IOC. Dear Madam, you can count on Asia as a friendship, solidarity, and cooperation. It is a special moment for being gathered here in Kuwait after 18 years, the home of OCA, the headquarters of OCA, the heartbeat of OCA. I take this opportunity to thank His Highness, the Emir of Kuwait, Sheikh Marshal Al-Ahmad Al-Jabbar Al-Sabah, and the government of Kuwait for His Highness' support for the continuation of OCA headquarters in Kuwait and the cooperation and support rendered to the OCA for over 4 decades. I'll thank also to Kuwait Olympic Committee for the support to the OCA for the organization of the General Assembly. We can look forward to a productive, fruitful, and memorable event over the next 2 days. The opening ceremony and General Assembly will display only the unity of Asia, but also the diversity of Asia, the spirit of Asia, and the pride of Asia, from east to west and from north to south. What we have achieved decades after decade is truly remarkable, and we have done this together. Our General Assembly will build on this history and the legacy and set the course for an even brighter future before business begins forever. Let's sit back and enjoy a culture fest. Let's celebrate the rich history and the tradition of Asia in song, in dance, in music, and colorful costumes. Welcome to the 45th General Assembly in Kuwait. Welcome OCA, Olympic Council of Asia. Welcome to Kuwait. Before I thank you and shukran.
Thank you, Mr. Timothy. Please stay with us. Please stay with us on stage. Now we invite His Excellency Sheikh Fahad Nasser Sabah Al-Ahmad Al-Sabah, President of the Kuwait Olympic Committee.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Kuwait Olympic movement, I'd like to welcome you to Kuwait, and I hope you had a good stay back home. I apologize, I'll be speaking in Arabic for my speech. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. معالي الوزير ممثل صاحب السمو ممثل سمو ولي عهد الشيخ صباح الخالد الحمد الصباح حفظه الله. دكتور توماس باخ رئيس اللجنة الأولمبية الدولية. السيدة كريستي كوفنتري الرئيسة المنتخبة للجنة الأولمبية الدولية. أصحاب السمو والمعالي والسعادة، رؤساء اللجان الأولمبية الدولية والاتحادات الوطنية الدولية. الحضور الكريم، السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. إن لمن دواعي السرور وعظيم الشرف أن نلتقي بكم اليوم في بلدكم الثاني الكويت في رحاب الجمعية العمومية ال45 للمجلس الأولمبي الآسيوي، فأهلا وسهلا بكم. إن استضافة هذا الحدث الرياضي الهام على أرض الكويت تعكس حرص القيادة الرشيدة على دعم الحركة الأولمبية وتعزيز دور الرياضة في مد جسور التواصل والصداقة بين شعوب قارتنا الآسيوية العريقة. أود في مستهل كلمتي أن أتقدم بخالص الشكر والتقدير إلى مقام سيدي حضرة صاحب السمو أمير البلاد الشيخ مشعل الأحمد الجابر الصباح حفظ الله ورعاه، وإلى سمو الأحد الأمين الشيخ صباح الخالد الحمد الصباح حفظ الله على دعمهم السخي وتوجيهاتهم السديدة التي كان لها أثر البالغ في صدارة هذا الاجتماع الهام وتوفير كافة سبل النجاح له. كما أرحب بكم جميعا أجمل ترحيب متمنيا لكم طيب الإقامة واستفادة القصوى من هذا التجمع الذي يضم نخبة القيادات الرياضية في آسيا. إن اجتماعنا هذا يمثل فرصة تبادل الرؤى والأفكار وتوحيد الجهود من أجل الارتقاء بمستوى الرياضة الآسيوية وتعزيز حضورها الفعال على الساحات الدولية. الحضور الكريم، لقد شاهدت الرياضة الآسيوية في السنوات الأخيرة تطوراً ملحوظاً وحققت إنجازات بارزة في مختلف الألعاب والبطولات، وهذا لم يكن ليتحقق لولا تضافر جهود جميع اللجان الأولمبية الوطنية والعمل بروح الفريق الواحد تحت مظلة المجلس الأولمبي الآسيوي. إننا نفخر بما حققناه، ولكن طموحاتنا تتجاوز ذلك، ونسعى دائما نحو تحقيق المزيد من التميز والريادة. إن اللجنة الأولمبية الكويتية تؤكد التزامها الكامل بدعم أهداف المجلس الأولمبي الآسيوي والعمل جنباً إلى جنب مع كافة اللجان الأولمبية الوطنية من أجل تحقيق تطلعات شعوبنا في المجال الرياضي. في الختام أتمنى التوفيق للجميع، وأهلاً وسهلاً فيكم في دولة الكويت. شكراً جزيلاً.
Thank you, Your Excellency Sheikh Fahad. And Mr. Falk, you may proceed to the middle of the stage, please. Thank you. Mr. Falk, you may proceed to the middle of the stage. At this time, we would like to invite Dr. Thomas Bach, President of the International Olympic Committee, to join the stage with Mr. Falk and His Excellency Sheikh Fahad. So they present a token of appreciation to Dr. Bach in recognition of his enduring support for the Olympic movement in Asia. You may stand still for a group photo. Your Excellency Sheikh Fahad and Mr. Falk, please come beside the podium while Dr. Bach presents his remarks.
Life is full of surprises. Mr. Minister, Mr. President of the National Olympic Committee of Kuwait, Mr. Vice President of OCA, I don't know whether the organizers have told you that you will have to stand for 45 minutes now here on the stage, but I'm sure you will manage. So, dear Olympic friends from Asia and beyond, first of all, let me thank OCA for this very nice token of appreciation, which I just received. It is indeed a true honor to be with you today. It is just great to be back in Asia. Your continent is not only vast in geography and history, but also immense in your contributions to the Olympic movement. Asia is a continent of ancient civilizations and modern innovation, of deep-rooted traditions and boundless energy. in every sense, culturally, politically, economically, and of course in the world of sport, Asia plays a central and increasingly influential role on the global stage. Within our Olympic movement, Asia's influence has steadily grown stronger and stronger. Nowhere is this more clearly embodied than in the Olympic Council of Asia. On this occasion of the OCA General Assembly, where you are setting the course for the future, I'm therefore especially happy to be here together with my successor, the IOC President-elect, Mrs. Kirsty Coventry. She will address you tomorrow and speak about her project for the future of our Olympic movement. Therefore, allow me today just to take a moment, a little bit longer one, to look back on the extraordinary journey that we have been on together over the past 12 years. Above all, and first of all, I would like to thank all of you at OCA for your essential role in our shared Olympic success story. Even before I became IOC President, I received outstanding support from Asia, from Asian IOC members, from the NOCs, and from the OCA as a whole. I have always experienced and greatly appreciated the energy, the commitment, and the dynamism of Asia. This uniquely Asian dynamism has carried me throughout my presidency, and for this I will always be grateful. Asia represents a vast diversity of culture, political systems, geography, and interests. Achieving unity in diversity under such circumstances has not always been easy, not even in OCA. There have been moments of friction. There were even voices suggesting that OCA should be broken up. No matter how loud these voices were, in the end, you at OCA always resisted these divisive calls and found ways to stay together as one community. This is an achievement for which you can be very proud. Also, the relationship between the IOC and the OCA has not always been without challenges. But even in difficult moments, we always managed to find common ground. We stood together when times were good. This is the easy part. And we stood together in challenging times. This ability to find common ground, to find unity in diversity, this is also a sign of great strength, of solidarity, and of mutual respect. This is something that I have come to appreciate, and it is something that I'm very grateful for in my many interactions with you over the years. Everyone at OCA can rightfully be very proud of these qualities that are synonymous with Asia as your great energy and drive for progress. These qualities, unity, solidarity, energy, and determination, form the strong foundation of the great success story of sport in Asia. The sporting success of the athletes from the OCA region is raising the bar across summer and winter sports. Asia is now an established and exceptional host of world-class sporting events. From Olympic Games to Asian Games, World Cups, and Championships, Asia is truly a powerhouse of global sports. The Asian Games are a model of success and have consistently been a benchmark for all other continental games. Taking everything together, it is perhaps no coincidence that a defining chapter of my presidency were the 3 consecutive Olympic Games in Asia, each one taking place under uniquely challenging circumstances, and each one rising to the occasion to become a historic success for the host countries, China, Japan, and South Korea, for Asia, and for the entire Olympic movement. The Olympic Winter Games Pyeongchang 2018 will always have a special place in my heart because they captured the essence of the power of sport. Pyeongchang brought the peace mission of the IOC and the Olympic Games to life in an unforgettable way. What began as a seemingly insurmountable situation of political tensions and even the threat of war ended with the unforgettable joint march of the athletes of the National Olympic Committees of South and North Korea, of DPRK and ROK at the opening ceremony. The athletes sent a powerful message of peace from the Korean Peninsula, from Asia to the world. We know that sport alone cannot create peace. But in Pyeongchang, we have seen how the Olympic Games can open the door to a more peaceful world. The Olympic Games Tokyo 2020 were held under truly unprecedented historic circumstances. In the midst of a global pandemic, we did what nobody had done before: organize postponed Olympic Games and organize Olympic Games under pandemic conditions. The complexity was immense. The IOC focused on 2 priorities during these perilous times: delivering the Olympic Games and supporting the Olympic community. Working closely together with our Japanese partners, we acted decisively, guided by science and committed to safety. Asia stands for dynamism, optimism, and determination. And this is why we were, in this particular situation, fortunate to have an Asian host. These values proved essential in making Tokyo 2020 possible. But even more significantly, with the Olympic Games Tokyo 2020, we gave the world the most precious gifts in a time of crisis: hope. These same qualities were essential once again when it came to the Olympic Winter Games Beijing 2022. Amid acute geopolitical tensions and a pandemic that still had the world in its grip, our Chinese partners ushered in a new era for global winter sports. Despite the necessary strict countermeasures, they ensured flexibility wherever possible, always focusing on the best experience for all participants. And even under these restrictions, they managed to elevate global winter sports to new, to unprecedented heights. Thanks to these Olympic Winter Games, China became a true winter sport country. The legacy of 350 million Chinese people now active in sport on snow and ice is nothing short of transformational. There was a winter sport before Beijing and a much better, a much more important winter sport after Beijing. In this way, once again, with an Asian host, we turned great adversity into a historic success for the entire global Olympic movement. And the dynamism continues. How much we appreciate the Asian can-do spirit is demonstrated by the fact that we have allocated the first Olympic esports games to Saudi Arabia. Once again, Asia is at the frontier of innovation in sport, leading our Olympic movement into a bright future, always putting our Olympic values first. For all these reasons, I feel here not just among partners. I feel, and I've always felt, among friends. Friends whom you could always rely on when times are good, and more importantly, friends whom you could trust when things get tough. For this trustful friendship that we shared over so many years, I would like to thank you from the bottom of my heart. This friendship allowed us to openly exchange our views and even to disagree at times. At the end of the day, we always knew that this friendship was stronger than any disagreements and that it would guide us back to common ground. This mutual trust and friendship allowed us to move the Olympic movement forward toward ever greater heights. And none of this would be possible without what unites us, our shared Olympic values. I'm sure that these shared Olympic values will also be at the core of the relations between the IOC and OCA in the future. I'm certain of this because the IOC President-elect Kirsty Coventry is deeply anchored in these values. Her fellow IOC members elected her as IOC President because of this commitment to the Olympic values and because of her professional and human qualities and her demonstrated track record of giving back to our Olympic movement. This is why I hope that you will offer her the same spirit of unity, solidarity, and friendship that I was so fortunate to enjoy with you over so many years. Dear friends, Asia always has and always will have a special place in my heart. I will always be grateful for your support, for the many beautiful moments and memories that we shared. All this makes it very emotional for me to address you today for the last time as IOC President. It is a great consolation for me that already now I appear to be welcomed by you also for the time after my term has ended, because I have received already a number of invitations to attend sports events in Asia. And I'm really looking forward to this. To be able to enjoy sport as a humble fan and as a friend of Asia together with you in the future. Because our friendship goes far beyond any of our functions. This is why today I do not say farewell. Today I say see you soon, and today I say thank you, dear Asian Olympic friends. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Thank you, Dr. Bach, for your remarkable speech. Representing the athletes of Asia, please welcome Olympic gold medalist and a true icon of Asia excellence, Mr. Mu'taz Bersham.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. Good evening, everyone. It's a real honor to be with you today here in Kuwait, my neighbors and family, for the General Assembly of the Olympic Council of Asia. To see so many sport leaders, especially from across Asia, gathering here in the Middle East, to me personally, it makes me proud. Proud as an athlete, proud as a Qatari. This part of the world is my home, and it's beautiful to see it welcoming family from all across Asia with an open arm. I've always believed that sports is more than just medals. It's about connection. It's about peace, unity, solidarity, and it's about moments that bring people together, no matter where they come from. I personally experienced that at the Tokyo 2020 Olympics, when I shared my gold medal with my Italian friends, Gianmarco Tamberi. It wasn't planned, but that moment, it just feels right. Because the value that we carry in our sport and respect and unity is bigger than any podium. This is why I love the theme of this assembly, One Asia. It says everything we need to hear right now. Yes, we come from 45 different countries. We speak many languages, and we have different culture, tradition that we are really proud of. But we are one team, one family, one Asia. I want to thank the Olympic Council of Asia for always pushing forward the dream of a strong unity sporting continent. Asia has become a major player at the global sport, hosting Olympic Games, winning world titles, and most importantly, investing in the next generation. As a Qatari, I'm deeply proud of how my country supported and invested in the sport. Not just the sport of athletics, but sport in all different fields. From the 2006 Asian Games to the World Cup, leading to the 2030 Asian Games in Doha. Qatar's played its part in raising the Asian flag at the Asian station so high. We believe in sharing opportunities, and we believe that every athlete deserves a chance to dream really big. And this is where I want to pause and speak about something that's really close to my heart, the youth. There is a kid right now somewhere in Asia jumping over sticks or kicking a ball in the street just like I used to do. They may not know it yet, but they have something special, and they need the right guidance, and they need someone to believe in them. To President Thomas Bach and President-elect Christy Coventry, Olympic champions, and all the respected guests here today, our presence here is a reminder that how far Asian Olympic sport has come and how much further we still can go. Let's stand together to acknowledge the sport and help one another, and most of all, keep the spirit of One Asia alive. Thank you. Shukran.
Thank you, Mr. Bersham, for your inspiring words. Please give the warmest welcome to our last speaker, Mr. Yao Ming, Asian Games medalist, Olympian, and chairman of Yao Foundation.
Well, good evening, Your Excellency, distinguished delegates, dear friends. It's my great honor to join you here today in Kuwait, where the Olympics spirit brings us together once again. I would like to express my deep respect to Dr. Thomas Bach and Ms. Christy Coventry, whose leadership continue to guide us forward. My sincere gratitude also goes to the Olympic Council of Asia and to the government of the state of Kuwait for the warm hospitality and for hosting the 45th General Assembly in this important home of Asia sport. Well, something just come to my mind after I saw the full house of a sports person. Let's go back to Sydney Olympics 2000. I remember a picture in the souvenir house in the athlete villages. That picture taken by a photographer on the rooftop of the open ceremony. Over 10,000 athletes gathering around, look up to the Olympic flame. Well, I'm sure I'm in there. But it took about 5 minutes to try to search myself, but I couldn't find it. Well, I'm big, right? So I suppose we'll find myself. But at that moment, I have a feeling that I'm not that big, but also I'm not alone. I think that is Olympic spirit bringing us together. That regarding our passport, our skin color, language, or religion, that we all can fulfill a dream together. Well, thank you. And that picture priced 50 Australia dollar, which I cannot afford that time, so I don't have it. President Bach and Coventry, maybe we can do something about the $50 for next generation. Ladies and gentlemen, sports has had a profound influence on my life. In China, sports play a vital role not only in public life, but also in education and culture. I was fortunate to grow up in a family and in a country that values sports deeply. With the support of many, sports become not only my profession, but a lifelong path of growth, learning, and a connection. My own journey would not have been possible without the commitment of many people around me, an environment created by a society that respects and promotes a value of sports. Looking ahead, I believe we share a collective responsibility. We must continue to harness the unified power of sports to build healthier, safer, and more inclusive community across Asia. Sport can break barriers, bring hopes, and open doors for young people everywhere. Let us work together, governments, organizations, athletes, and educators, to ensure that Olympics value remain a guiding light for future generations. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Young, for your remarks. With the spirit of unity in our hearts, now we can turn to the stage.
Tonight, 7 captivating performances from different corners of Asia awaits us, each telling a story of pride, tradition, and creativity.
Please sit back, enjoy the journey, and allow the music and dance to carry us across our shared continent.
آسيا تشهد من سنة 70 وفزعة تمتد من زمان الأولين بالمحافل والبطولات. اي نعم راعين وقفات.
A beautiful expression of Asia's cultural richness and collective spirit. Now we would like to invite all performers on stage. On behalf of the Olympic Council of Asia, we thank all of tonight's performers for your talent and all of our guests for your presence. Our distinguished guests, His Excellency Mr. Abdurrahman Al-Mtairi,
دكتور حسين المسلم,
Madam Christy Converti,
Mr. Timothy Falk,
Dr. Thomas Bach. Please welcome to the stage.
His Excellency Sheikh Fahad Nasser Al-Sabah,
Mr. Yao Ming,
Mr. Mu'taz Bersham,
Please, everyone, stand still for a group photo. Thank you. Let's have a group photo, everyone.
spirit of One Asia continue to inspire us to dream bigger, reach further, and stand together stronger than ever before. Thank you once again and good night.
Thank you, everyone.